Hello, welcome to day 54 of A Song a Day Keeps the Virus Away. And I'm Sally Rogers here with another song for you. I spent the day today in the recording studio and it was a tech nightmare day. And then I went online to hear my good friend from high school, Bill Hinden, who was an incredible jazz pianist and singer of the American Songbook. He'd put on a Zoom concert today, and I hadn't seen him in so long. It was just a wonderful thing. But he also had tech nightmares today. Only two little ones, but I think there's something in the rainy weather we're having here today that is getting into the technology. So let's hope that for this short little song a day, we will not have any tech nightmares. Today's song was written by Terry Leonino and Greg Artzner, otherwise known as Magpie. Wonderful duo, political activists, and singers of wonderful songs. Their harmonies are incredible. She also plays the dulcimer. Look up Magpie and make sure you hear some of their music. They wrote this very simple song, which I think I'll share tomorrow at our Quiet Corner Song Swap. You can look up Sing Quiet Corner Song Swap on Facebook to get information how you could be part of it tomorrow at 7 p.m. And we'll have a virtual song swap. And this is I haven't recorded it and I hardly ever perform it. I've taught it to students and had them sing it in concerts. And sing along, please. It has just so much repetition, lots of ways for you to participate in this song. Give light and people will find the way. Give light and people will find the way. Give light and people will find the way. People will find the way, I do believe. Teach peace and people will find the way. Teach peace and people will find the way. Teach peace and people will find the way. People will find the way, I do believe. Stand together and people will find the way. Stand together and people will find the way. Stand together and people will find the way. People will find the way, I do believe. Give light and people will find the way. Give light and people will find the way. Give light and people will find the way. People will find the way, I do believe. Shall overcome. We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome someday. You probably recognize We Shall Overcome a little switched around to fit the chords, but this song has two of my favorite memories. One of them, I taught a chorus that I had up at the Pioneer Valley Chinese Immersion Charter School. And we had this little morning chorus, and they were invited to sing at the Kennedy Center for a social studies conference on civil rights. And so I brought my little chorus of 20, 25 kids up to the Kennedy Center. And at that conference, the guests included Bernard Lafayette and also the teacher of Ruby Bridges. And they got to have lunch with them and sit with them and ask them questions. And before we performed, I told them that if they were going to be singing We Shall Overcome, which they were, that we would start by putting our right hands over our left hands, and we would hold hands like that to show respect and honor. And I said, and I guarantee you that every person in the room will stand up and do the same. And they laughed at me. They said, oh, you're kidding. Oh. Well, of course, as soon as they stood up to sing We Shall Overcome, the entire room rose, crossed right over left, and sang at the top of their voices. It was a very moving experience for us all. The other time that happened was Howie and I were singing as soloists with a community chorus, the Waterbury Chorale, in 1989, I believe it was. And it was just before the wall fell in Berlin. And when we got to Poland, we were in Hungary and Poland, doing a tour with this chorale as soloists. And when we got to Poland, we had an afternoon free, so we went walking around, and we found the Solidarity Church by accident, the Solidarność Catholic Church. And it's a church that had been bombed out during World War II. They rebuilt it, and the stained glass in that church was made to look like barbed wire. And inside, there was a statue of the Cardinal Papawuszko, who had been murdered and then stuffed inside the trunk of a car and disposed of. Well, the statue inside this church was of Papawuszko bound and gagged and in the trunk of a car. It was just very, very moving. And so we went up into the choir loft because we didn't know anybody there, and we just went up in the choir loft and asked if we could sit and watch. And the choir master was there, the organist, and she said, sure, come sit down. And she actually spoke English, lucky for us because none of us spoke Polish. And we looked down in the church, and who was standing there but Lech Wałęsa, who became, of course, the president of Poland. He was the head of Solidarność. And we were asked to sing a song. We started singing We Shall Overcome. The entire audience, the entire congregation stood, turned to the choir loft, and sang in English, We Shall Overcome. That was one of those moments you certainly never forget. And it pretty much changed my life and really showed me the power of music and how it travels everywhere. Well, if you believe in the power of music, I hate to be an advertiser, but you can go to my website, www.sallyrogers.com, and you can purchase any of my recordings there, and you can add your email to my email list. And if you'd like, you can leave a little tip to help get this new recording finished. That would be most appreciated. And anyway, thank you very much. Thanks for listening to my long story. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 55, another week gone by. Thank you so much. Be safe and be well.